Welcome back to CNR Reviews. I'm E-Rock, and today I'm going to be unboxing and setting up this Flexispot computer riser. And this was about $100 on Amazon. I'll have the link in there so you guys can see. All right, looks like the box just slides over the top. Yeah, it just slides on, and it had really nice handles, really deep, sturdy handles there. The handles go all the way through the box here into the styrofoam. All right, and then right on top you can see got a what looks like to be like, it's actually a folder. Wow, that's pretty impressive. Okay, which is probably the instructions. All right, so it kind of just folded up, and when you open it, you've got a notice about heavy lifting and lower back. Okay, you've got one of their cards, owner's manual, and the how-to. Okay, so we've got the styrofoam. You can see really tight. Oh yeah, that's nice. Now this is awesome. This is not the little tiny ball styrofoam. Okay, this is the formed injection mold styrofoam that does not have the little tiny balls that fly everywhere when it breaks apart. Okay, and it looks like the whole thing's wrapped in this bag, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this out and I'll show you what's in the box, how it comes out. That's pretty cool that it was fitted that way. It was fitted that way in these foam pieces to keep this piece away from the top. These are straps, little straps for wire straps. So to keep your, monitor and keyboard and mouse wire out of the way. All right. This was in here as well. I'm not sure what this is. We'll have to see once we look in the manual there. All right, let me show this piece first. This is the keyboard and mouse table that hooks on there. It goes underneath the main piece, which I'll show here in a second. And this is the top of it, basically, where it would actually, when I'm sitting here or standing here in front of it, it would face me like this. And it has a back spot, kind of like a backstop there, a raised piece. You can see that, so your keyboard does not go past that and fall behind there, okay? Which is really, really smart, really useful. And then on the bottom, it has three pretty thick foam rubber pads that are stuck on here. Let's see if you can see that. Basically feet. This is gonna sit on top of your desktop where your computer is, all right? See, when I lift up on it, it doesn't go up because it's locked. It has a lever right here that you press to unlock it so you can raise it up and down, all right? So this would be like if it was if you were walking up this way, this is where that part would go. This would face your wall, basically. Has a sticker here. It shows max weight of 33 pounds. You can see it had a nice foam pad here in the middle. So this thing was packed. I'm really impressed with how well it was packed, for real. And I'm impressed with the material that this tabletop or desktop is actually made out of. It's sealed really well. So I'm sure it's just like a press board, like most of the stuff you get. But the coating around it that they, the layers that they put on, or the layer they put on there that seals everything and around the sides is really thick. You can tell it's really durable when you're handling this. All right, let's look inside here. Oh, now that is nice. Okay, so let me show you. Get rid of these real quick. It had two spots that were foam packed, so this thing didn't bounce in shipping. Really smart. Let me show you underneath here. If you cannot see, I will try to get some close-up shots, just pictures, and I'll insert them here. But this is very well made for the price, because the other ones that are listed, this is the cheapest one I could find like this. Most of the other ones are $150 and up into the $300 and $400 range, okay? This is the cheapest one I could find. I couldn't believe it was 99 bucks. I think out the door it was like $105, okay, that I paid. But this thing seems very sturdy. I'll get some close-ups of all the tracks. Now the tracks have grease in here, which is really nice. This thing's going to be smooth. And then it is, I would say spring assist, but it's actually, it's like a piston, right? And you've got a release handle down here that when you want to go up, watch, let me push it down, and that actually locks it too. When you let go of this thing, it locks it from going down or up, okay? Really nice. So when I pull this, it pops up by itself. That is awesome. And you go all the way down. Man, this thing is awesome. It's really easy to use. This handle over here that locks, it has it's cable release. It has it's spring loaded and has a cable that hooks to the piston here, right? And then of course this goes in here, which I'm not going to put on yet. And those two handles that I was showing you earlier, those are locks for this, not for the tabletop. All right, so I had that wrong. So let's go in there and set it up, and we'll show you everything in here and all these pieces and how it works and how it goes together. Okay. All right, so I got the desk set on the desktop set on my desk for my computer, and all I have to do is put the monitor up on this part, and then I'll bring in the keyboard and mouse section here in a second, and I'll show you how to hook that on, and then we'll go ahead and adjust everything. Hopefully the wires are long enough to adjust how I want it. This is pretty much where I want to have it, and then I went ahead and moved some of my guns up out of the way so that when I raise this up, the monitor won't hit anything on the wall there. All right, so I got it on here, and then I'm going to bring in the desk part for the attachment for the keyboard and mouse. But you can see it sits on there nice. There's definitely a lot of room up here, which is good. This monitor has a pretty big base. It also has a feature for if you have your monitor mounted on one of those adjustable arms. This has an attachment for that adjustable arm, so you wouldn't have to take that off. You can just attach the arm that holds your monitor to this base. Okay, it came with a big heavy-duty bolt, and there's a pre-drilled hole in the back that if you had one of those, you could attach to this base, which is really nice. I'm going to go ahead and hook this up, and I'll show you how that is. I got the keyboard shelf here, and then these just slide into these grooves here. Just set them in there, and then push it in and hold it back, and it slides. It actually seats all the way back against these plates right here that are built in. So you slide it all the way back, and then you have your locks here. Okay, push those up in place, and now this won't come out. So those locks have a tab that sticks up into the pre-drilled hole that's in this attachment part of this shelf here. Okay. All right, so now you can see I've got the keyboard and mouse up there, and my camera set up on there. All I did was unhook my wires from underneath the, I just gave myself enough clearance back there with the wires so it'll adjust. Now I'm going to run this keyboard wire through the back here, but I want to make sure it doesn't get caught in anything. All right, and then you have these cable ties that came with it. They have sticky pads on it that will stick to the desk, either on top or underneath or whatever, and that'll manage your wires for whatever. And then they have that sleeve that I'll show a picture of that you can pretty much organize your wires that way. But what it looks like that. Now, as far as sitting down, like if you know, I'm going to be mostly standing working on this. All right, that's all the way down. So that's still going to be really, really useful. And I would just, if I'm sitting, I would just move my mouse down to, next to the keyboard basically, and work on it that way. So really nice setup. I'm really impressed with it. Really impressed with the construction of it. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.